Hi Carolina, can you hear me okay, by the way? It's probably a little bit early for some people, but I thought I'd just hop on. So just adding this transmission to this live to a few groups, and then we'll get going. So what's happening for you, Carolina? Just give me a brief rundown while we're waiting for people. If anyone wishes to share where they're at, or say hi, or just say what's on your mind, give me a shout out in the comments as we wait for people to arrive. Oh my goodness, hey Jasmine. I was thinking of you, I saw your post. Yeah, it has been very powerful. Heart energies opening, and it is a bit tiring for sure. Lots going on. So I'm just adding a few people, adding this to a few groups as people hopefully find this live feed. So really coming on this morning with not too much of an agenda, but just guided to bring in through some energies, answer any queries that may come in around what's going on for you personally while I'm here online, and just a general bringing through some light language around the current energies as well. So as you know, for the last couple of lives I've been just working with channeling in English. That's been coming in a lot more. It's since the new moon in Taurus, yeah. So I do really feel that. Hey, Joy. So I really do feel that this is. We've had a really radical shift over, a radical shift over, yeah. And this came in, I mean, this started around the equinox, March equinox time. And then, of course, we went into this massive purge out during the eclipse season, and really following the week following the eclipse season. That was when I was in quite a lot of movement physiologically. Which was triggering some old energy, some old trauma, yeah. I feel in a much more balanced place since the new moon, personally, but I know we're all ebbing and flowing in our own evolution and in our own ascension as we go from week to week, from day to day. So I know that quite a few people this week have been struggling with the intensity that's been coming up. And, you know, this is why I can't even remember what I called this live. New Radiance. Yeah, New Radiance. So what I have been noticing personally, and so take it or leave it, whether it resonates for you. Obviously, work with your own energy body, and anything I say is just my personal view. And so you may resonate, you may not, as you would with any other person that's bringing information out in this way. So, but personally, I have been finding that there has been a shift in the body. There has been a releasing of purging of density, which could have been also emotional. And then this drops us into a new personal landscape, I feel. And this, yes, and I agree with Carolina, there is much more grounding in. At the new moon in Taurus group, it was all about the body temple. It was all about bringing in new energy and anchoring it through the body temple. And this is because we're now at this sufficient light quotient, and the collective phase of the earth is now able to access higher frequencies. So those that have been, I guess, contracted to bring in their energies from other places, should we say, like other galactic counterparts, origins, star systems, whatever you want to call it. You know, there's new streams of light now being accessible for us. And this is a new radiance, and this is a new inspiration, and this is bringing in new ways of working. But this is a very subtle. It's subtle and not so subtle. I mean, it can be quite strong in the body sensations and what you're going through. But also after that pop and that release, we're sort of left in this kind of a little bit relaxed, a little bit expanded, and subtly we're shifting. Yeah, subtly the whole light body's shifting, and this is still in progress. So we're going to have little epiphanies, I feel, and this is going to really, I think, kick off more into June, and we're nearly in June, really, so not long to wait, really. But at the moment, we're kind of in this, like, some of us anyway, I feel it's like that post-orgasmic bliss, you know, how there's been that intensity, and then, and you're left in this kind of expansive, slightly blissed out state where there's a new potential for creation. Some of us are in that space. Some of us are also at this parallel time still releasing and integrating at a body level. This could be coming out in the sacral chakra. So I know I've been working with clients the last week or so with releasing pain, the pain body, releasing trauma, sexual trauma, whether it be of this lifetime or whether it be past, that has been almost placed into the sacral chakra so that we don't actually fulfill the work that we're here to do. Yeah. So this sexual distortion, or this sexual judgment, shame, betrayal narratives that some of us have going on in our sacrals is a way to kind of limit our creative power. So at this time, I feel like what's coming in for some people is this this need to do some work around the sacral so that you can align it with the heart, the throat, and bring it in and bring in your creative flow. Yeah. Yes. And yeah, amplified flow in creativity can also bring up this sexual wounding, this I guess countering the expansion of the creativity. There is another layer of energy that needs to be released, like another bubble, so that you can expand and be free in your creativity without judgment, fear of being done to, persecuted, blah, blah, blah. So that's coming up quite strongly for some. There's also the heart, of course. The heart's always, I feel, is a work in progress for most of us. And we are really, I would say, deepening into the fourth chamber of the heart. We're deepening into the magic of the heart space, yeah. And that is also inviting us to kind of have a deeper understanding of who we are, a deeper connection with our own truth, our true authenticity, as a being, as a light worker, as a starseed, whatever you want to call it. So we've been called to step into ourselves at a deeper level and own the heart space, and that can also be quite intense and emotional. that can also be quite intense and emotional in the heart, high heart, as we fill out this area, as we expand into this area and release some of the dross of old times, really, old times. We all know what it's about. It's just continuing layers of our personal evolution and expansion, So I did post this morning some zebra calcite crystals. Zebra calcite. Now this is zebra calcite. This is a little cute little elephant. This zebra calcite material is, I feel, a go-to right now. If you Google, it's all about supporting PTSD. Yeah, all about supporting PTSD, right? And I feel like what is happening, well, definitely in my own process, I'm getting to notice the subtleties of the trauma body a little bit, so that I'm not just not going straight into it and reacting from that place, but kind of really starting to notice the strong responses from the past, really. It's from the past, whether it's childhood, whether it's past life karmic ancestral trauma that's also triggered in one big cascade in us. Yes, so this is a really powerful zebra calcite, Jen. Zebra calcite. And it's supporting the release of PTSD and the awareness of the subtle imprints that we have that sort of contract the vagus in the vagus nerve when we're going to a traumatic response. And this traumatic response lives in the past or even in past lifetimes, yes. So, but it's coming to the fore now in a more subtle way for us to observe. And I feel zebra calcite is really important because it's asking us to have gentle compassion around the patterns that we are now starting to observe within ourselves, because this layer that has just been lifted off in this new radiance, allows us to have a deeper look into ourselves. The patterns that work, the patterns that don't. Of course, it's ongoing, yeah. But these new patterns need a bit of gentle compassion, because many of us who have that sort of vagus nerve when we get triggered, is we also have a very harsh critic, critic, if you will, child, parental, bad parent on the shoulder sort of scenario, if you will. Well, not, that's a judgment. The critical parent that we've internalized, it gets really kind of vicious if we don't, when we're sometimes opening up to new patterns or bringing these patterns into awareness. So this is an invitation to be a little bit, with the help of a zebra calcite, to be a little bit compassionate with the awarenesses that are coming in the subtle body. Because if we can just sit in observer mode and breathe and, oh, here we go again, and to just find ease and harmony, even if the sensations are really powerful, then we have an opportunity to gently release the patterning, or at least allow it to sort of dissolve in the moment a little bit quicker than being stuck in it, So this is a powerful preparation, I feel, for new growth, isn't it? Because before we can expand really into a new relationship with the world, really, we're not just our peers, our friends, our partners, whatever. This is new relationship in the world. And this is what it is, this internal awareness that is shifting about who we are, how we respond, and how we work somatically in the body, that is going to free us up to a new possibility within ourselves, and then open the doors to new connections, to new work, to new collaborations, because you're taking off the lens of the old, and you're also releasing a block to be seen. So many of us have subconscious blocks to be seen, past life trauma, childhood stuff, all the usual. So, and these are in the subconscious body, in the subconscious mind, in the subconscious energy body. So it is this time of bringing the subconscious to the conscious through this new radiance that is coming in. Then we have the potential to see and observe the patterns and make different choices, and invite a deeper awareness of being seen, and invite the world to come and meet us in that, or people to come and meet us in that. So you can check out my wall after this live. I have posted a few little pieces of zebra calcite. If you wanted to connect with one of them, you can send me a PM, of course. You know the drill. And I also wanted to introduce this little girl, this little beauty. She is seen as this new radiance. I really wanted to introduce this little beautiful peacock. She arrived this week. Red aventurine with serpentine combination. Just divine. And I'll bring through some light language for this for us now. This is really about ignition of your own radiance, and I feel like it's just an invitation to expand your central channel. Expand your central channel. And I feel like also, as Carolina just mentioned, we're working with releasing shame. So often when we are noticing new patterning coming in through awareness, there's a shame factor triggered. If some of us had shame as young beings, then when we notice new patterns and judge those patterns, automatically we can go judgment, new pattern, judgment. So we want to cut some of that pathway, and we're also wanting to bring in some radiance, some relief from old ways of operating, really. So just listen to the light language, and please comment and let us know in the comments how you experience this work. And obviously, if it's a benefit for you, check out my YouTube, check out my wall more often. Also pass on these videos to other people and connect them with this work. But I'm going to just bring through some light language right now, and this is for new radiance, releasing shame, expansion. Shish bota de shibata kapota dana kaporka bota de kapota nana kaporka paka. Shibatuka kapota nana kapota nana kapota takatanaka. Shalapata kapota kapota nana bota nana kapota nana Shalada Shalapato to the Petikipata nana kapota nanaka. Shalpotota darka arka under the kipati. And the Gabogata Nanaka, Shilebota Nanaka, no tiki, Shilebetiki, So just take a breath. And as I sit, I will bring through a message from the High Council of the Pleiadian Light Forces. Just a brief message of, we would say this is energies for combining the light body with the physical form. This is not going to come through this channel as usual in light languages. It is coming through his chakra pillar as he emanates this energy through his vocal cords and his mind consciousness third eye center as he brings through the words in the spoken tongue of English. We would say we are with you, dear friends. We are supporting you in this time of expansion and deep revelation. Firstly, we would like to comment on the opening of volcanic energies that is appearing upon your planet. We would say that this is a cracking of the crust of the earth in many different many different places simultaneously. Some may erupt with more dramatic nature than others, but we are supporting you to evolve the planetary consciousness with as little disruption to the human as possible. We would say that these cracks or fissures in the earth are allowing a energy that is to be released from the depths of the core of Gaia. We would say that this is none other than the Shambhala frequency, and that there is a necessary movements of plates and seismic activity to bring what is underground to the surface. So as we have spoken many times before, there are as the earth shifts, so do you, and there may be personal revelations and planetary revelations. We would say that we are holding you with love and compassion, and that you have all the tools and skill sets within your beings for the remembrance and bringing through the energies and anchoring your being at this time. We would say that this is not a solitary journey, though, that of course go within, be sovereign, and anchor your light and do your work, but also, as need be, reach out for support, for tribe, so that your light body and nervous system can ground and relax through the connection and help you with the integration phase of these higher light energies. We would say, as we said in the transmission, that there is a now 5-week period of deep integration. This will then result in more overt movement in your life. We would say have no fear if the earth moves beneath your feet. We would say have no fear if the narratives escalate in these 5 weeks. We would say this is part of a dissolving of the old energies. We only allow what is manageable and to be handled at one given moment. Of course, that is not to say that you do not feel overwhelmed or in crisis at points or wish to run away. It is hard for the human to feel the depth of what is happening at a physiological level, and this is triggering a very deep nervous system PTSD response in some people, and that is why the zebra calcite is useful at this time. But notice the subtle changes. Notice the new radiance coming in. Notice the blade of grass. Notice the ocean wave. Follow the flow. Follow the cycles of change. Move your body. Drink the purity in the water. And love your life. We will return soon, dear friends. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Amen. So just taking a moment to come back to yourself after that. If there's any comments, please share now before we sign off for today. I think the message was pretty clear. I don't think there's anything else I need to say about it. Are there any questions before we complete? Just so you know, what's coming up with my work is a 6/6 transmission, yes, a 6/6 transmission, which will be live in Sydney, 6:15 to 8:15 p.m. And this will be in Crow's Nest in Sydney on Tuesday, the 6th of June. I have about 4 spaces left in the room. If you're wishing to attend in person in Sydney, please PM me as soon as you can. Otherwise, everybody else, it's online and the event's up. I'll post it in the comments below after this. As always, if you're requiring or would like a little extra support right now, I am available for some readings and energy transfers through light language, clearing past life trauma and opening the heart space. So if that's something that you're feeling drawn to at this time, just to help you move through some of the energies, you can just PM me and we can do a Zoom. I do have my home space here in Pleiadians Beach, Sunshine Coast, where I do one-on-ones from as well in person if you're local. So, but trust your process. I know many people are very inward right now. Many people are feeling like just to stay in their own space and do their own work. So only if it's supportive, of course. And you can keep checking out the crystals that I post. I am hopefully about to get the shop up and running on my website. That's something I'm sort of slowly ticking away at. But at the moment, just keep an eye on Facebook or Instagram or my Telegram account. All my links to all socials and the YouTube channel are in my link tree, and that is just in my blurb at the top of my Facebook page. So if you're wanting to contact me through any other medium, just click on the link tree that sits in the profile on my Facebook, and you'll see that. Yeah. Or if you're looking at this interview, this channeling on YouTube, it'll be in the comments below. Okay. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please like and comment. It helps the algorithms to get my work out there. I'm also going to be at the Paradigm Shift conference in the Sunshine Coast in Mooloolaba. I think that's the 17th to the 19th of June. I'll be doing a channeling and activation during the conference. So if you are in that area, I'd love to see you. I'd love to see you and say hi. So have a beautiful weekend. Go well with the energies. Bring in the new radiance, hey? Let's bring in that new radiance and work with the energies and create and manifest to our little heart's desires. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. Much love. Have a beautiful weekend. Take care, guys.